Hi there! So finally, I decided to continue my sequence, let's say, of North Node in the first house, and the last video was uploaded 2 months ago, so I guess I'm not the best at following up with my plans, but here I am, delivering. Okay, so North Node in the first house through the signs. Let's recap a little bit what it's about at all. So the North Node in the first house, it means that in your past lives or in the beginning of this life, it was more comfortable for you to be in a relationship or to define your personality through the relationship with your friends, maybe with your partners, because a lot of North Nodes in the first house natives, they have usually quite a rich romantic life. They would start dating from quite an early age, from my experience and what I have seen. So yeah, and in this lifetime it is very important for these natives to develop their own personality and define themselves as a separate individual. And the way you're going to do that depends on the sign that is that your North Node is in. I think I should communicate with my hands more. I've read it somewhere that you will trust me more because of that. Okay, doesn't matter. So the North Node in the first house in the sign of Scorpio. Yeah, I think I finished at Libra. Yeah, so North Node in Scorpio also can be true for North Node conjunct Pluto or South Node conjunct Venus. So it's time for you to get mysterious, basically, in this lifetime. So your past lives and the beginning of this life was quite stable. Like, you would stay in a relationship because it would provide you with stability, and in a negative manifestation it would even go as far as stagnancy. So you would feel stagnant being with your partner, probably, or your relationships would be your comfort zone in terms of maybe you would work together on like stable jobs, and it would be like the basis of your relationship to have this solid and stable life. But because your North Node is in Scorpio, your soul wants to experience the intensity and not necessarily being always stable all the time, but more so to experience the depths and the intensity of life more. So what, like, the negative manifestations again can be lack of passion in a relationship. Also, things can be quite too shallow and on the surface for you, like it, because it's your comfort zone and because it's your soft node, it's kind of like a stagnant energy a little bit. So in this lifetime you need to define yourself as a Scorpio personality, and you need to do that by exploring your mysteriousness, your darkness. You need to embrace your shadow self, which is actually quite an interesting process, and there's like quite a lot of YouTube videos about that. So basically, shadow self is things that we when we were growing up, there might be some of our traits that were not seen as acceptable by society or loved, whatever, and you put these traits somewhere to your subconscious, so you don't actively use them, but they still are here, but they're just like in your subconscious mind or unconscious mind, something like that. So yeah, you in this life you as well need to play with your mysteriousness and sexuality a little bit. You need to explore what stirs up your passions in this life. Also, in terms of dressing up, it's quite, I would say, good for you to dress up in more like intense colors, like reds and blacks, and also maybe use these colors, like intense sexual kind of colors, in your surroundings, because they will trigger and they will trigger this energy in your field, basically. So you can try to wear like darker makeup maybe, or I don't know, I guess you just need to listen to your soul in this sense. Also, you need to embrace death a little bit, So what it means, like death, I mean like transformation, like that you need to shed off the old skin to get something new in your life. You kind of need to dive into this understanding of it a little bit. Why is death important? Like maybe go a little bit deeper on this subject, so you feel a little bit more comfortable to let go of an old things and to transform yourself, basically, because it's very important for you in this lifetime to learn to go through transformations, and in this situation, in terms of your own self, in terms of your image, and your personality, basically. Okay. Let's go to the North Node in Sagittarius, or also can be true for North Node conjunct Jupiter or South Node conjunct Mercury. So basically staying in relationships allows you to have that mental stimulation, and also in the negative manifestation that is quite stagnant, it would be that you and your partner, or you in your partnerships, concentrate on like little details of everyday life, and you maybe talk about these small details that are actually not very interesting to you, but you're just used to do that, just to get this mental stimulation. And in this lifetime, you need to define yourself as someone who thinks more broader. It's out of your comfort zone to think about the broader perspective about things, maybe, because North Node in Sagittarius, but you need to embrace that a little bit. You need to also get out of your hometown, maybe, because it also might mean that you have a partner that maybe is from your hometown that keeps you stuck in that environment a little bit. So I'm not saying that you need to divorce that person. It's of course your choice, and you need to look at other things as well, but you need to explore the world a little bit more. You would need to go travel maybe somewhere. Also, it would be good for you to explore different cultures, maybe learn a new language. Also, find some friends that are your own, that are not necessarily shared with your partner. It's just your own friends that are maybe from foreign countries. That would be good and accelerating for your development as well. Yeah. So I say that's all of that. Okay, North Node in Capricorn, also true for North Node conjunct Saturn, my hands, or South Node conjunct Moon. So it's actually quite a comforting placement. So your comfort zone is basically being in a comfort zone with your partner. So what I mean by that is that maybe you like to watch Netflix together, snuggled under the like cozy blanket, and like eat delicious food, and this kind of homey comfort with your partner, it's something that might keep you stagnant a little bit in this life. So you need to get a little bit more disciplined, I would say, and also maybe career oriented, because your soul actually yearns to get out of home, of that cozy environment, and go to the world, and maybe reach for some reputation or social status. It's quite important. Also, establishing yourself as professional, also to induce this energy. It might be quite useful for you to start dressing up a little bit more. One moment. Okay. To dress up a little bit more as professional, and like sober kind of clothes that are more mature and serious looking, basically. Or maybe something classical that is timeless. It would also kind of benefit you in this case. In some cases, your partner might like push you a little bit into having family early and like getting children. And if you don't feel like doing that, don't do it. Because maybe you just need some time to explore yourself as a career oriented person, and to establish yourself as a professional, because in this lifetime it's quite an important, it's basically your soul path. So you need to do that if you feel called to do it. What else? So yeah, basically you need to define yourself as a little bit more disciplined and rational, cold-minded person who is oriented on purpose, on career. Also, you can snuggle under these cozy blankets after work in the evening, you know. It's not, everything is not lost in this situation. But yeah, just be a little bit more structured, like learn to be this way, a little bit more structured, explore the career options, explore your passions for career, because it might be just something that you would never experience before, and you just need to explore that what you want to achieve, all of these you know, status related things, authoritative things. Maybe you want to be an authority in the workplace, whatever. Just explore that. And yeah, let's go to the North Node in Aquarius, or also might be true for North Node conjunct Uranus or South Node conjunct Sun. So your comfort zone is being in a relationship because it provides you some drama and flair and romance, and maybe you kind of feel that you're in a center of attention and you like this feeling because it's your comfort zone, to be in someone's, like, to be someone's center of the world basically, and probably your relationship provides you with that. But in this lifetime you need to learn to be a little bit more Aquarius like, so basically concentrate more on group settings and working towards common goal. You need to also embrace your inner weirdo and misfit a little bit, and just explore your uniqueness, what makes you different from others in this lifetime, and it will actually help you to define your personality as a separate individual. So basically, to recap, working towards a common well-being of a group or collective, embracing your weirdo and authentic side, also maybe working with technologies a little bit, like discover this subject. At least maybe you will kind of enjoy it and you will feel some growth from that, and movement in your life. What else can I say? Yeah, basically that's all I have for you. And the last one, North Node in Pisces, or North Node conjunct Neptune, or South Node conjunct Mercury as well. So in this lifetime, you might stay in unfulfilling relationships because it gives you some sense of control and allows you to micromanage your life. You might be someone who does that in the relationship, micromanaging your partner, or you might have a partner who micromanages you. Also, in a negative manifestation of this aspect, it can be that in a relationship you both are overly obsessed with daily routines, healthy eating, and just micromanaging every detail of your everyday life to the point that it becomes unhealthy and unfulfilling, and it just keeps you stuck, kind of. So in this life you need to let go a little bit and define yourself as a more flowy kind of individual that has more like a wider perspective about life, that is not trying to control everything, that just trust into universe a little bit more. So maybe you would kind of benefit from exploring spirituality a little bit more. What is your understanding of spirituality, stuff like that. And also letting go and being in a flow might be not the most comfortable thing for you, because maybe you're just not comfortable with the chaos of the free-flowing energy, and you kind of want, that's why you want to control that. So just try to explore these feelings about being afraid of that chaos, and you know, all of these kind of uncontrollable things in the universe. Kind of just try to explore at least how you feel about that, and why do you feel about that. So yeah, also you need to learn to be a little bit more creative in this life. So just, you know, embrace some of your artistic abilities. We all have creativity in ourselves, and in this lifetime it's very important for you to like play with arts a little bit, play with something that doesn't require you to think with your rational mind, and instead just allows you to listen to your gut and intuition a little bit more. So just, yeah, embrace your intuition, embrace your flowing energy. That's actually such a nice aspect. I would love to have it, but I have the opposite. So I love to be in that flow state where I don't need to control things. But in this lifetime, I actually need to learn to be a Virgo. So I need to be a little bit more rational. Oh, well, it's actually not that fun. Like, it's not as fun for me as this aspect, but maybe for you it's the opposite, actually. So, yeah, I finished my whatever you call it presentation or video about the North Node in the first house, South Node in the seventh house. Yeah, let's see what's gonna happen next now. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.